is to be a Haitian in Nassau?
Alright, when you was a Haitian in Nassau, it's a hard life. It's a hard life and also a fun life. Because, I mean, through the experiences through life, what you're going through, I mean, some things might be fun, but it always will be hard too. Like, alright, I gotta say, like, the fun things is, you know what I mean, you growing up around like Haitian people and seeing the culture and seeing how they living and the unity they have, and you know what I mean, that'd be fun, like learning the games and you know what I mean, eating the food, and you know what I mean, that'd be a fun thing, like living around these people. But now the hard part about it is when you was a young nigga and you coming up and you growing up in the streets and you going to school and the discrimination, like when people discriminate you and you know what I mean, calling you Haitian and saying you get worms and saying you come off the boat. I mean, sometimes like certain people can't take it, certain people got, you know what I mean, live through it. Like as you go to school and I mean like fun days, you have to dress up in, you know what I mean, church clothes. Some people, I mean like for me, I had to dress in my church clothes to go to fun day. And you know what I mean, people running past you, laughing at you, and you know what I mean, discrimination, that's the hard part. But growing up, that'll make you stronger. If you're a strong mind individual, like what I can say, like how I can say, like that make me stronger is, like I used to be a nigga on welfare. You say, saying I used to be the nigga on the welfare line, but look what I do today. You say, saying I'm rapping, I'm working, I'm taking care of my family, I'm doing something positive instead of doing, should I say, something negative on a negative level. Like, I mean, as a young nigga growing up in Nassau, I mean, if you weren't really strong, you would be a follower instead of a leader. Because you might feel like, the way people talk to you down, you might feel like, man, you know what I mean, I don't know on this level as them, but certain people, so I have to follow them. But then at the same time, you could be your own leader and do your own thing. You say, saying to pursue your own dreams. Because, alright, like I use this for example. You say, saying, but I was young and growing up, going to school, and then people used to discriminate me. You say, saying, some people used to call me Haitian. And you say, saying something like, it used to be like a this type of level. But as I grew older and I started like changing my, you say, saying, mentality, that way I dress, you say, saying, like I started to adapt to the Bahamian lifestyle. You say, saying, I even joined gangs and all. You say, saying, and then when I started joining gangs and hanging out with them type of niggas and doing them type of things, like people started to respect me on that type of level. But it wasn't like, it was a level where I was myself. I had to become something else. You say, saying, to make them accept me. I had to become like street mentality kid, you guys say, going around looking for trouble, looking for problems, just trying to build up your strife so people could respect you. It wasn't like you was yourself. You say, like I was like, you know what I mean, you respect me for who I is, or I is a Haitian man, he didn't like me for that. But then I had to go and hang with niggas who doing, you say, saying, criminal activities just to get on a level to say, you know, but I feel comfortable now. I accept it. You say, saying, instead of saying, say, you know what, I can just be what I is or who I is growing up, you say, saying in life. So, I mean, just a Haitian national in Nassau, that's you as a person, you as a young person growing up, being from Haitian parents, growing up in Nassau, where, you know what I mean, the culture different, but you have to adapt to the culture. And you gotta learn how to live with the years, so you could be on a level where the people could accept you and say, but you know what? But I mean, even though he's a Haitian, but he grew in Nassau and he born in Nassau and he is talk just like us and he act just like us. He eat our same food. He say the same national anthem and the same pledge. You say saying that when I look at it, just a Haitian national in Nassau, just I can say outcast. You say saying somebody who don't, I mean, who looking to find out who they really is, but not really knowing yet who they really is. You see what I'm saying?
So, there's a couple of things I want to ask you based off that. You was talking about strong mentality, talk about gang life, joining gangs, gang culture. What caused you, or how you develop a strong mentality to say, deal with all the discrimination? What it was that's inside you that say, hey, I ain't gonna let this break me, I ain't gonna let this build me to be stronger. What that was, another thing was that make you different, as opposed to, like, you know, you might have friends who couldn't take it. You see what I'm saying? So what make you different? What it was that gave you the strength?
Alright, what made me strong, what made me more stronger against the discrimination was like, alright, I had friends who was Bahamians too. You know what I'm saying? Like they was Bahamians, but they wasn't discriminating. You know what I'm saying? Like I had one of my friends like from grade 3 straight to grade 6. He was my best friend, you know, and when he come to school, he would share his lunch with me. Even you know, I was on welfare and I had to go on a welfare lunch at lunchtime to get food, but he still would share with me. He still would play with me. Like he wouldn't look at me different from the other. You know what I'm saying? I mean, one or two of the kids them would be like, "Oh, that's the Haitian nigga," or whatever. But at the same time, he was like, I never feel that from him. And then it made me look at a level like to say that, you know what, everybody hate me. It always made me feel like, you know what I said, of somebody who at least was my friend, and then when he was my friend, the other niggas started to become my friend, and then we built this bond where we was friends from grade 3 straight to grade 6, straight to grade 6, straight to grade 7, from grade 7 straight up till we graduated. You know what I mean? And it was other niggas who was just hanging with me too. I mean, all them, but other different friends. Like, I only had Haitian friends, I had Bahamian friends too, and they was real friends. You say same friends who we never used to watch. If you was Haitian, they would come by us, they'll chill by us, they'll eat by us. You say they'll play game, they'll even speak a little bit Creole too. You say and because they wasn't looking at us different. I mean, they would have one or two people who look at you different, but not everybody used to look at you different. That's what is really build you stronger for you to like say, you know what, I want, because sometimes when your friends are like, when you move through with your friends in school, like other people might be like, oh, I see that Asian nigga, all these Asians, but what you doing hanging out with these Asian niggas? And then you'd be like, but don't worry, but them niggas talk, don't worry, but what they call it. And you say, everybody is one and all us is human, and you say, and that used to make you stronger too, saying, you know what, that's true, no, everybody is human. We ain't like, you gotta worry about what they saying. Because it was, I mean, there was other poor children too who was on welfare, who wasn't Asians. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like, it's only me going through this. There was other children too, and we was friends too, and all of us used to be together, we used to share, we used to play together, we used to live together as well. And as we grew up older, we started realizing what's no difference. You see what I'm saying? Because the more education we get and the more knowledge we start to get about, you say, saying we could go by this one and chill, this one would come by my house and chill, and then our family start to get more united, like to know each other. My mother know his mother, he daddy know my daddy, and then it was, you say, saying, never a level where we had to fight or discriminate or look at each other different. It was always one.
So what would you say is cause? What you think is the cause of the discrimination? Why you think Bahamians? Some Bahamians, it's not all. You saying not all because you are Bahamian friends. You don't discriminate. So,
yeah, man.
So, what you think was causing them, the ones who was discriminating? What you think caused them to discriminate against you, or what you think? What you think their mentality was that caused that? Why do you think they was doing that?
I mean, when you look at history, the mentality was, I feel like the reason why discrimination is because the mentality is everyone know that we was born as slaves, and the slave masters divide and conquer. You say they make this group feel like, you say we better, this group feel less. You say some people more feel like more superior, and some people feel like inferior. Like Bob Marley say, until the philosophy, you say until one race superior and another one inferior, you say it's exterminated. You say forever. Until that day, we ain't never be on a level where you say look at Jews. You know what I mean? Jews, human. I mean, all us as Africans, all us as black people, but still we have levels. You say there's levels of people. You say like, I mean, the slave masters would break it down to that level. Until now, we still living in that type of mentality where we might feel like, you say they live in a bigger host than the people who live in the shanty towns, or the people who live in the streets, and we looking at them like, I mean, we on a higher level than them. Like they on a lower level, like they ain't on our level. But at the same time, in the eyes of the ruler or the slave master, all us is the same. We say all us is the same black people. We come from the same land. It's just that we speak different languages, and we might have different cultures because we come from different, like I said, we come from different slave masters. And the people in England and the people in Rome, I mean the people in France and different places, they don't have the same culture. And we had different slave masters from different, different colonies. Like they had French slave masters who used to run the Haitians, the English slave masters who used to run the other rest of the Caribbean, like the Bahamas and them other places, and America and them places. And so that's why some Haitian slaves, they speak French, they speak the Creole mixed with French, and you got the Bahamian slaves who speak in English, because that's where our slave, that's the mentality from our slave masters. That's our slave masters' language. The language we speak in now is our slave masters' language. But before we come here and we were slaves and all that, we used to speak the same language. All us was one.